evening! It's Friday. It's 7 p.m. and it's Easy 8 Online Painting Club. My name's Danny. It says it right down at the bottom there. I hope you're all doing well. Today's a fabulous week for me because it's our 6-month show. It's so hard to believe that we've been going for 6 months now. I've got people coming in the live chat. Jeff and Luke. Oi, oi, hello. Nice to see you. Thanks again for coming along. Yeah, wow, 6 months. It's been a great journey. Unfortunately, this evening we don't have a Kyle with us. If you've been watching for the last couple of weeks, or especially last week, you understand that Kyle has not been able to make it. Because of work, because of his course that he's doing, training to be a teacher, has taken a lot out of him at the moment, and there's just, he's having computer problems and all sorts of moments. So Kyle sends his love and he sends his apologies. We all know how much that man likes to come along and be a part of it. Like he says, it's a couple of hours a week that he can guarantee carving out for himself to get on with a little bit of what he enjoys. Stafford Causey's joined us. Hello, nice to see you again, mate. Thanks for coming along. Brilliant. So yeah, 6 months. It's been really busy for me outside of here at work. Obviously, this last month I started my new job. For those of you that haven't caught up, I got the job! Yeah! I wasn't allowed to say anything earlier on because the other people that had applied for the same position that I did obviously needed to be informed as well. So, social media ban on that information. But it's been long enough now. So, yeah, it's been really exciting. It's been really cool to just kind of be back out there in the real world with people again. Obviously there's a lot of restrictions and things like that, so yeah, I've been really busy, which is what I really needed. But like Kyle always says, it's really nice to have that thing to come back to. You know that you're gonna have a couple of hours every week just to kind of crack on. I have been very fortunate to have some hours off, actually a couple of days off, just over the weekend, because I've been going around all over the country for various different training sessions and things where I've been basically trained to do lots of really cool stuff. So I took a couple of days off and I was going to do absolutely nothing, and I got a little bit of painting done during those days. Not an awful lot, but you know, something more than just picking up from last week. I'd love to know what you guys are up to this evening, so if you are bringing something to the table, if you're coming along to this club just to kind of get something painted, doesn't matter what it is, let us know. Maybe we can help you out, maybe we can give you a bit of motivation and inspiration. That's what we're here for. If you are new here to Easy 8 Online Painting Club, it's not a tutorial channel at all. It's just a live club, hence the tripping over my words and stuff all the time and the long pauses when I'm trying to think of something to say. Yeah, we're not here to teach you how to do anything at all. Maybe we can help you out if you're looking for some advice or whatever. That's cool. But it's basically just a social club. It's a painting club. Come along and bring your stuff. Yeah, and we can get it painted together. Knowing that someone out there going through the same problems and tedious painting bits often is enough to just kind of crack on what you're doing. So yeah, do let us know what you're doing. If you like what we're doing, of course you can probably consider going over to Instagram or over to Facebook and seeing our other two platforms. Facebook's really going well at the moment, where we're just putting up photographs of everything all the time. Get involved in discussions that are happening over there. Perhaps like us, perhaps follow us. But what really helps this community grow at the moment is, of course, subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do consider doing it. And maybe you know some friends. Share the word, spread the community. Make it bigger, make it better, get more people involved. So if you've already subscribed, you can't subscribe anymore. Get more people coming along and get them to subscribe too. Yeah, subscribing. Do it now. Thanks. Cool. Cheers. Yeah, don't forget we've got other platforms as well. We've got Luke and Adrian talking. Hi Adrian, nice to see you again. Thanks very much for coming along. He's got his classic I gotta put my teeth back in. Classic Sisters of Battle on the painting table. Fantastic. Do get over to Facebook, put some photos up there, let us know what it is you're doing. Leslie, good evening everyone. Nice to see you managed to make it nice and early this week, mate. Thanks for coming along. Brilliant. We've got a full house today. Look at that. Watching the view count go up. That's tremendous. Brilliant. So yeah, it's been a busy week. Life is starting to return to normal now. Like I said, last couple of weeks I've been all over the place. I've been going all at various parts of the country. I'm down here in the southwest of England, for those people that don't know roughly where I am. So right down there on the peninsula, and I've had to go to the bottom end of the peninsula. I've had to go across the other side of the country. I've had to go into Wales. I've had to go to the top of the country. Yeah, and it's just been backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Got to use the brand new company car though, and that's been brilliant. I was the first one to drive it. It's smooth and it's fast as well. And I had my first go with cruise control because I'm cool now. I get to do automatic cars. Scary stuff. Yeah. So yeah, been really, really busy, and I'm hoping now that I'm going to have a little bit more time at home as everything kind of settles in and everyone's finding their feet. I train people, that's my job. Everyone's starting to get used to what they're doing, and I'm going to be able to start putting a bit more time and focus. And I barely got in today. I literally got in the door, had some scoff, and then changed my shirt, got everything set up, and it was good to go. Whew, cool. But here we are. Calm it down a little bit. Time to do some painting. So, what I have been doing over the last couple of days is just cracking on my 2 Tyranids. I've obviously got my Carnifex, and I've got Susan the Trigon, named her Susan in the last show. Thanks, Dad. That's Jeff, for you guys that don't know. I came up with some good ideas for names. Susan stuck. So, yeah, and I was going to paint one at a time, but I've been enjoying kind of painting the 2 back to back. It's been nice to swap it out a little bit. So, I'll take you over to the workbench and have a little look at what I've been up to. Here we go. I can enlarge my screen a little bit. I can't see there we go, I can see the camera a bit better now. Do let me know if the camera's out of focus. I can adjust it on the fly. Let me know if you want it zoomed in or moved around. I can do that. So what I've been doing here, as you can see on the carapace, all the grey bits are going to be carapacey bits. I obviously a couple of weeks ago used the black ash or ash black shader from Amimig. Great stuff. Been putting it into where I want a little bit of colour, a little bit of depth, especially in the sort of overlappy bits of the carapace, and kind of getting all the splits and cracks and just general details out of it. The idea with this is that it's really, really subtle and soft, and you basically put it through the airbrush. Only really need to put a drop of it in there, and you just apply it really gently, really gently, and just layer it up, and it should take ages. But I'm a little bit heavy-handed with the trigger on my airbrush. I'm not as good as I want to be just yet, so I do have a tendency of just basically going gentle, saturate. So yeah, what it should have looked like if I get it right, when I hopefully get better, is that it should be really intense, up right in, like for example, in this bit here, up in that kind of overhang, if you like, and then it should fade out softly. What I've been able to do, because I just kind of saturated the whole area, is I was able to blend it in, so you can see that I've kind of got this feathering effect here, which I really quite like. It's not as feathered or as blended as I would wish, per se, but it's all right. It's okay. I was kind of thinking about it when I had my couple of days off and I was looking at it and working on them a bit more. Thought, well, if I'm just going to saturate the whole area, I could just get some high pigment paint like this cheap stuff from Crawford and Black, which just happens to be a black one. The tiniest smidgen of this, and this goes a long way, it's just really rich and deep in pigment, and it goes such a long way. I could have just put that on there, blended it a little bit, and then feathered in the grey. I could have done that. I want to get better, so I'm going to pursue this a little bit more and see if I can get that layering, feathering effect, or faded effect, and then still feather in my greys. But there are other means to do the same thing, similar things. Whatever, cool. I'm just enjoying the whole process at the moment. So yeah, I've been kind of using my 2 new brushes. I've got my Raphael Kalinsky brush. I've got my Army Painter Wargamer Regiment brush. It's a really good brush. It's becoming a real workhorse, this one now, and obviously for larger areas I've been using this one here because it's slightly bigger. However, on my Trigon, haven't got that far yet on this beast. I've just been blocking in all the grey. It needs another coat. I've been kind of just like cleaning my brush off and trying to get the excess paint out of it and going over some of the areas, so it's a little still more blocked in, but it does need, you can see down here, it's a little bit more transparent, needs a lot more work. And also I'm still trying to go around the edges. Done a lot of the edges around the head and around these couple of bits and pieces. Done the claws, like the talons and things. Started working in around the back plate, so if you can just kind of see in, if I point it in my brush in there, you can see that there's like that kind of thickness, if you like, has been painted. I've got to get some paint in up and behind in there. It's a bit tricky. So yeah, that's a bit tough. And then I've got to get some in down the sides down here, and this bit here, you would have thought that actually being quite a large piece all the way down the back here would have been quite easy, but actually it took quite a long time. So going over a second coat and then edging it all is also going to be pretty tedious. And then I've got all the little spikes, which I was kind of getting a bit bored of by that point. I've done a lot of spikes, so I just started leaving those, but I kind of got to go over those again. Then there's some down the sides of the ribs, and you can see why it's taking me a little bit longer. I was going to do the tail pincer, if you like, in the same sort of colour, but I thought I'd break it up a little bit, so I stopped on this one. And I'm actually going to do them like a bone sort of colour and yeah, fade them in with some browns and things. So yeah, that's Susan the Trigon. Darren's in the comments. Hi guys, hi Darren, thanks for coming along. 6 month show. 6 months. 6 months. Jeff says, working on a project for Leslie. Top secret, though. Oh, well, we'll find out what's going on down there later on, won't we? Do let us know as soon as you can, Jeff, Leslie. I'd love to know. Or put some photos up on Facebook. Top tip, full disclosure, I know, but the rest of you don't. Cool. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on at the moment. This is my wet palette. My wet palette, it's dried up. That sounds a bit bizarre, but it's just a little bit of the extremities of the paint have all kind of dried up, and then that's just the water that's kind of come through that would kind of soak the paint in there. I could mix that up, it'll be very watery, it will blend back into a grey colour again, but I've got to add some more colours into there. Really getting into this wet palette lately. These features, these little hard palettes, I barely use them anymore. I know that when I go back to my historical stuff I'll probably use them quite a bit, but yeah, really getting a lot of use out of this wet palette, and I highly recommend you using them. I've got my volume a little bit high in my headphones, I'll just bring that down a bit. Let me know if the music is too loud. I've been playing a lot with levels and stuff lately, trying to improve things. Do let me know if it's too much. Jeff says, thanks Jeffrey, I'm looking forward to this top secret awesomeness. I hope I haven't let on that I know. I hope that wasn't an issue. Sorry. Cool. So, I am starting to run out of my grey colours. As I say, almost every week now, I use Dawnstone and Administratum Grey. They're really nice colours. There are other greys available, obviously, in other brands, and I do like my Vallejo colours, but these colours from Games Workshop, they're really good. Or Citadel. What I don't like about them is that when they start to dry, the tops get pushed off a little bit. Yeah, don't like that. I'm starting to run real low, so tomorrow I've got a day off. I might pop over to my local GW. I might go get a couple of greys. We'll resist the temptation to buy stuff. Because it's payday today. Happy payday to everybody. It's been your payday like it has been mine. So I'm just going to get a bit of that in my wet palette while I get ready to go back in and do a bit more blocking in. I don't know really, I don't think there's any more grey that I necessarily need to do. Oh no, there is. No, I'm talking rubbish. What I need to do is I need to get some of the black ink on some of these other features. So I started doing a bit on the claws, but I made some choices about these I'm going to come back to. I've got to get the forearms, the thighs, and the hooves done. Hooves, good word. And then I've got to get the guns done. But I'm going to apply that shader by brush, just to see how well it works, and it's a bit easier, a bit more accurate. It's going to be a bit tougher to get it on the thighs because I've kind of got to get in and over. It's going to be quite difficult. So again here I might do a little bit by airbrush, and then I might apply the rest of it by hand. And us down here is going to be quite delicate and detailed, so I don't know yet. Yeah, we'll see. With these, I'll clean my brush off and pointing with a painted brush. Calm down, Danny. So yeah, with these claws here, these great big crabby claws, as you can see that I feathered in the colours here. That's cool, I like that. But when I was doing this the other day, this piece down here was all shaded, and it was just an accident. I was just trying to get these little lines here, and it was all kind of, yeah, it just looked really good. And I thought, well, I'll feather it in. I wanted the majority of the colour to be grey, feathering